Can you handle the truth? Thursday night. Yeah. Guys, you know what today is? Thursday. It's time for what? Can you handle the truth at 8 p.m.? Well, I'll see you there. Hey, listen, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for the show. Can you handle the truth?
Can you handle the truth?
Can you handle the truth?
Can you handle the truth? Let's get there. Let's talk about it.
Can you handle the truth? Can you handle the truth? I mean, can you really handle the truth? Can you handle the truth? Can you handle the truth?
Can you handle the truth?
Thank you for tuning in to Can You Handle the Truth with your host, Jocelyn McGuire.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Can You Handle the Truth? I am your host and creator, Jocelyn M. McGuire. I want you guys to like and share, all right? Listen, I specialize in breakthrough counseling, women's ministry, mental health, trauma in adults as well as in children. Listen, my goal and my passion is to see you overcome with the truth. I do hold a bachelor's degree in psychology. I am also a licensed evangelist as well as a certified circle keeper. And once again, welcome to Can You Handle the Truth? All right. I want you guys to like and share. Let me say it again. Like and share. All right. Go get your friends. Tag them on in. Tell them to come on for this conversation we're going to have on this evening. It's chilly evening. It's cold everywhere. It's freezing everywhere. So guess what? Come on in into the conversation. Oh, yes. And while you're doing that, please go over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, Jocelyn M. McGuire. And don't forget, tap that notification bell, baby. That way you'll never miss another episode of Can You Handle the Truth? Oh my goodness, so much is going on. We done had this Arctic freeze all across the United States. Remind me of a couple of movies anyway. Right? That's what it reminds me of a couple of movies that came out about the weather, climate change, and how that down in Louisiana they got like up to 11 inches of snow. Down there in Florida, they got like 7.5 inches of snow. I mean, they got snow in the southern states that usually don't get snow. So everyone is freezing cold or they got snow. All right. Oh, but I tell you, try to keep warm. And the poor people out there in Los Angeles, oh my goodness, there's more fires and the winds have been so high and the fires are raging. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. So let's keep those people in our thoughts and prayers that have lost their livelihood and some have lost loved ones and friends due to this devastating outbreak of fire that is running through that particular city, and it's so sad. So let's keep those people in our thoughts and in our prayers. Also, there has been a couple of school shootings as well, and we have, I don't know what's going to make it better. How it's going to get better? How it's going to get better? These children are getting a hold of these assault rifles and getting a hold of these guns, and then going to the school and taking others' lives and then taking their own. It's senseless. So let's pray for those families and those by these terrible acts of violence, and it affects all of us. If you got a child in school or you know of someone who does, then it affects all of us as a whole community of children trying to go to school and get education, and people trying to be educators at the school or wherever capacity they stand in. We all need to pray for them because it's a dangerous thing. It seems to be a hazardous job, dangerous job to go to. But let's just keep them in our prayers and in our thoughts. Tonight's subject is called Doing It Afraid. Doing it afraid. Have you ever heard, we hear people being afraid of this or afraid of that. Some people are afraid of rats, or people are afraid of snakes and things of that nature. Something physical that they may be afraid of. And by you being frightened of something, then you are more hesitant to approach it because you are afraid of it. Because you are afraid of it. Hey, Foxy Brown, thanks for joining in. Linda, I'm just reading some of our names on our TikTok. Thanks for joining in. Emily, Glow, Kenneth, Michael, Andrew. Thank you, guys. The nice Nisi, thank you for joining in as well. My TikTok family for joining in, thank you. And we're going to be talking about doing it afraid. And like I said, many people are afraid of different things that we are afraid of, and we dare not approach them. And some people will say, well, it's not going to harm you. It's more afraid than you are. But however, people who are frightened do not see it in that type of a light at all. Nellie Bus, good to join us. Thank you, late. Thank you. They don't see it from that viewpoint. They don't see it from that viewpoint as to where you should not be afraid of it. Okay? Listen. In being afraid, the scriptures tell us, do not have the spirit of fear, but a sound mind, and not that you fearful all the time, but some things you just have a problem in doing. Have a problem in doing. Tandra, thanks for joining in, and Marion, thanks for joining in, and Casey, Jimmy. Listen, there are some things you just kind of like back off from. You back off from. Listen, doing it afraid. Have you ever wanted to accomplish what seems difficult and it seems to be impossible for yourself. You had a brilliant ideal, but you're afraid to execute it. How can an individual get over such fear? And we're not talking about public speaking. All right, some people are afraid to public speak. All right, now I public speak all the time, but however, I do it afraid. Believe me, I do it afraid because I get the butterflies in my stomach and I get weak all over. And I speak all the time to people, the public. You know, I always have an audience to speak to, and I'm doing it. Believe it or not, I'm doing this what I'm doing right now. I'm doing it afraid. You know why? I'm doing it afraid because I didn't know how to go about putting together a podcast or talking to people. And I used to always have a co-host. Mm-hmm. Always had a co-host, someone, you know, we could feed off of each other, but they just didn't know that just reassured me by them being affiliated, a partner with me on the podcast, that it made me a little bit more brave. All right. But then, you know, life happens. You know, people move on or things begin to happen with them, or they working on new projects or whatever. And like I said, life begins lifing. And then I come to find myself to be all alone again. And I decided, you know, I can't rely on someone else, Priscilla, to stand with me as I venture to do this podcast. I can no longer have other individual as a crutch for me to do this podcast. I had to make up in my mind that this is my passion. This is something I truly love to do. I love doing the podcast. I love coming on here talking. As a matter of fact, I love to talk. Even though my speech may not be as perfect, but however, that does not hinder me. I still love to talk and want to do this podcast. And believe it or not, oh, she's cooking now. Okay. Believe it or not, I want to do this podcast. And I'm doing it afraid. Okay. I'm doing it afraid. Actually, when you got this fear, you're afraid to venture out, to put yourself out there, then I would say that actually you're doubting yourself. Yeah. Actually, you're doubting yourself. You have self-doubt. Yes, you have self-doubt. And I wholeheartedly understand about this self-doubt and what would make a person afraid because of you doubting your own self. You're doubting your own capabilities. You're doubting your own worth. Let's take a few minutes here. Thank you for joining in. Listen, share, tag, get someone else to come in with you, join in the conversation. Can you handle the truth? Listen, it always go down with a nice cup of truth, all right? Ooh, that went down real good. Well, Freddie, Tony, hey, we are back. We are back. And like I was saying, actually being afraid to do something for yourself is that you are actually doubting you can do it. Who am I talking to? You're doubting you can do it. And to me, it's not a matter of fact that I succeed. Who does not want to succeed? But the thing of it is to take that initial first step. Take that first step. I can recall when, and it seems like I can do better. It's like I do better when my back is against the wall, like, it's against the wall. And I got to come out fighting. Listen, doubt, I got to beat doubt up. I got to come out fighting. I got to come out thinking and knowing that I can do this. I can do this. Why come I can't do this? That's what you need to ask yourself. Why I can't do it? Why, what's hindering me? What's hindering me? Are you afraid? Are you afraid of failure? Well, you know what? I'd rather try and fail than not try at all. Because then, Jocelyn, I would never know if I could do it or not. Hey, Jimmy, I would never know if I could do it or not. If I'd rather try and fail than not try at all. I'd rather try and fail than not do it at all. I'd rather do that. I'd rather try it. I'm going to try. I got the odds against me, but I gotta try. I gotta try. Listen. I started a store. But I was like forced to do so because I didn't have a job, and I just learned how to sew. God just blessed my hands to start sewing, and I started sewing, and I started making these beautiful hankies, and then I started making plus size women lingerie. Well, I started making plus size clothes because I'm a plus size girl. And I figured, listen, this is what I figured. If I don't sell it, I can wear it. Now that was my thinking. If I don't sell it, I can wear it. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try. I'm going to try and start a business. Guess what? I did. I started a business by the grace of God that gave me strength to do so. And I was so afraid. I didn't know what I was doing, but I did it. I did it. I had a store. First, I started in a kiosk because I could make hats. I was making all sorts of things. Then I learned about wholesale. And a lot of things I had to learn on my own. And I think that's the frightening part of not knowing. And then when you inquire, ask others, where they get their wholesale things from, then they clam up. They clam up. They don't want you to know. And I had to let this one chick know, hey, listen, we inside the mall, right? Listen, I can't sell everybody, and you can't either. So why not hit me to the places I need to go get my stuff wholesale, at least some fabric wholesale, that way I can make my things. I don't sell what you sell anyway. And besides, if I did sell what you sell anyway, guess what? We need some competition up in here anyway. So do it what? Do it afraid. People don't want to tell you, don't want to give you information. But you keep pressing on, and you keep doing it anyway. Do it afraid. You writing a book, you may inquire to someone that you personally know, and I did that. And I know several people that have wrote books. All right, several people. So I asked these several people that I know, how did you get your book published? Only one person reached back to me. Only one out of all the people that I know. I mean, what's the big secret of getting your book published that you didn't want me to publish mine? But yet you're going to tell me because of you, I wrote my book. And when are you going to write yours? That's what they're saying to me. But yet your response was not to help me. It's amazing, isn't it? People you know for years that have accomplished things, and they don't want to tell you. So sad, so sad. This person, I know them, but I don't know them. You understand? And they told me what I need to do to get my book published. Now it's up to me to go ahead and what? Do it. Go ahead and do it. Doing it afraid. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. They tell me I have $1 million hands. I can create. I see what I got in the background there. I created that. I created that artwork, that decor, that wall decor, as you would call it. I created that. Listen, they tell me I got $1 million hands because I can design. I can make things. I can do things that other people have no clue of doing. And I never had any schooling. So that tells you what? That God gifted me. But here I am yet was standing so afraid to move and act on it. But now I am ready. Are you ready? Get yourself ready. Do it anyway. You got a book. You got a story to tell, where it's fiction or nonfiction. Write it. Write it anyway. Write it anyway. You want to start your business? Do it. You may have to do research on your own, because I tell you what, it's a dog world out here. And there's so many people in the world. Like I said, you can't service everyone. And neither can I. But yet, when I ask you, can you help me? I'm not, now here we go. I'm not asking for no money, honey. I'm not asking for no money. I just want to know what did you do? What did you do? But yet, you got glue on your mouth because it's that crab. It's that crab mentality that people have. They think that you're going to outshine them or outdo them or become as good as they are, and they close their mouths and they keep these things as a secret. And then here you are, you got to do all this searching and this, that, and the other. You're going around like a chicken with his head off, and you're trying to do it, but people don't want to help you do it. Like I said, we ain't asking for no money, honey. We just ask for a little bit of your time. Well, what do I see? I'm one of those on hands people, one of those on hands people. And I need somebody to say, come on, let me show you. You do this first. Then let me do that. Let me do that first. Don't give me 10 steps to do, and I haven't done step number 1. No, some of us don't function like that. You know what I'm saying? I function better step by step, not 10 things at one time thrown at me. I don't function that way. A lot of people can, but a lot of people can't. I am an on hands person. Let's do this first. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now let's go to step 2. Okay, what do I need to do for step 2? Okay, all right, thanks. All right, now step 3. Now you got like 8 more steps. Well, I'm gonna hang in there with you. I'm gonna show you what you need to do. Now you need to do this. Then I do it and get it done. Then we go to the next phase of it. I do it and get it done. Doing it afraid. Doing it afraid. Sometimes I can see people are watching, and sometimes I can't see every viewer. But however, sometimes I can see that number up there. I can see maybe a 0 or 1 or I can see these numbers up here, but yet I am not moved by the low participation. Would I like big numbers? Of course I would. Who doesn't? I would love big numbers. But however, if I can encourage, if I can change one person's life and turn it around for them, then guess what? I accomplished what I wanted. And that is to help someone. That is to help someone that, hey, you can do it. Stop. I'm about to end this podcast. Stop doubting yourself. Come on, baby. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. You can do it. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. You can do it. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. And sometimes you have to pray, God, give me the strength. Show me what I need to do. Show me. Bring somebody in my path that can show me what I need to do. Bring someone in my path to show me what I need to do to accomplish the things that you have gifted me with. Listen, thank you guys for joining in on this evening. You know, when I don't, you know, when things don't go the way you want them to, don't stop. Don't stop. Do not, I beg you, don't stop. Don't stop on what you want to do in your life. Don't stop it. Move on. Continue on. And be the success that you were meant to be. You're successful anyway, but be the success that you was meant to be. Listen, do it afraid. Start your movie. You want to direct plays. You want to direct a movie. You want to be a playwright. You want to be a makeup artist. You want to be an actor. Come on. You want to be a fashion designer. You done got your clothes. You done made them. You want to get out there. Do it afraid. Do it. Do it. You got a book down inside of you. Do it. Do it. Write it. Do it afraid. And I guarantee you, you can say, wow, I did it. And then you go and do some more. Don't stop there. You go on and you move on and you do more. Listen, can you handle the truth? Like and share. And don't forget to go to YouTube and press that notification bell, baby. That way you never miss another episode of Can You Handle the Truth with your very own Jocelyn N. McGuire. Listen, if you're blessed, be a blessing. Show someone kindness. Encourage someone today and tell them you can do it. Do it afraid. Remember this. I love you, but guess what? God loves you best. All right? God loves you best. And remember, you're blessed. Be a blessing to someone and encourage them and say, do it afraid.